money? Money is any object that generally accepted as payment for goods and services and repayment of debt in a given country and socio-economic context. The Indian currency called as rupee. There are four functions of money. The first one, money as medium of exchange. It is instrument or system used to facilitate sale, purchase or trade of goods between parties. Reserve Bank in India issue currency note on behalf of central government. No other individual or organization is allowed to issue currency. The law legalized the use of rupee as a medium of payment that cannot be refused in certain transactions in India. Second, money as measure of value. Money acts as a unit of account that measures exchange value. This means money is a sort of common denominator through which exchange value of all goods and services can be expressed without any difficulty. Third, money as store of value. It is the function of an asset that can be saved, retrieved, and exchanged at a later time and be predictably useful when retrieved. More generally, a store of value is anything that retains purchasing power into future. According to Reuters, during uncertainty time like a coronavirus pandemic, the Indian loan growth are declining significantly. For example, the Indian government has led the economy in shambles. As a result, many people are unable to get credit from their banks. So, many people resorting to gold as a means of securing loan. Lastly, money as standard deferred payment. It is been widely accepted way to value debts, thereby allowing goods and services to accurate now and paid later. For example, the store allow you to pay television in 4 monthly installments. If the cost of television is 20,000 rupee, you will pay just 5,000 rupee in each month for 3 months until you had paid off the whole thing.
Okay, so now I'm going to tell you 5 types of money. The first one is commodity money. Commodity money is any item or commodities which are used as a money. For example, in the past generation, they mostly use things like copper and silver as a medium of exchange. The second one is fiat money. Fiat money is any item issued by the central bank and declared by the government as a money. The currency such as Indian rupee is the best example of fiat money. But for India, the one who issued and control the currency is the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, the third one is token money. Token money is the money which has a lower metallic value than its face value. And in India, the token money is a mixture of token and standard money, and it cannot subject to free coinage. So coins and paper money is the example of token money in India. Okay, the fourth one is demand deposit. Demand deposit is an account with a bank or other financial institution that allow the depositor to withdraw their funds without any prior notice. For example, saving account. So, in order to recognize something as a money, we need to fulfill the 7 characteristics of money. The first one is acceptability. The money must be widely accepted by the population as a medium of exchange. The second one is durability. We must ensure that the money is able to keep for a long period of time and must be strong enough to be used over and over again. The third one is divisibility. It can be called as a money as long as that item can be broken down into smaller denomination to make it easier for people to buy things at any price. Besides that, stability is also one of the characteristics of money, where the value of money must be stable over time. Plus, the money must be relatively scarce and hard for people to obtain, and even hard for people to print up the fake one. And the next one is portability and transportability. The money must be easy to carry around. Unlike the past generation where people need to bring silver and copper, which is, it is much more heavier than the paper money that we use now. And then the last one is uniformity and homogeneity. The money must be in the same design, value and weight, no matter when it is printed. And then the last one is legal tender. Legal tender is a medium of payment recognized by the legal system to be valid for meeting a financial obligation. Legal tender in India consists of both standard and token money, but standard money is an unlimited legal tender while token money is a limited legal tender.
Now, I will explain
explain about money supply. Money supply is used in a transaction. Every country has its own authority who produce money. As for India, it is Reserve Bank of India. It controls the issue and supply of the Indian rupees. Reserve Bank of India is the regulator of the entire banking in India. They also regulate India's monetary policy. Monetary policy involves the management of money supply, including interest rates and availability of credit to achieve macroeconomic objectives like inflation, consumption, growth and liquidity. The Reserve Bank of India implements the monetary policy through open market operations, bank rate policy, moral persuasion and many other instruments. Using any of these instruments will lead to changes in interest rate or the money supply in the economy. Monetary policy can be expansionary or contractionary in nature. Increasing money supply and reducing interest rate indicate an expansionary policy. The reverse of this is a contractionary monetary policy. Besides that, there are three types of money supply: M1, M2 and M3. M1 is defined as a directly used money and also the most liquid money. It consists of currency, demand deposits, current deposits and traveller's check. Next, M2 is a new money plus M1 and it's an almost liquid money. It consists of M1, saving and fixed deposit in commercial bank, negotiable certificates of tender, repurchase agreement, BNM certificates, treasury bills and other instruments in commercial bank. The last one is M3. M3 is a broad money. It consists of M2, fixed and saving deposit in financial institution and other instrument in financial institution. And for your information, money supply M1 in India decreased to 40,462.13 billion Indian rupees in April from 41,176.14 billion Indian rupees in March of 2020. However, money supply M2 in India increased to 42,339.37 billion Indian rupees in May from 41,744.58 billion Indian rupees in April of 2020. And money supply M3 in India also increased to 173,942.40 billion Indian rupees in June from 172,100.80 billion Indian rupees in May of 2020. Now, I will explain how to calculate money supply. Here are the components of money supply in country A. First, we must classify them into M1, M2 and M3. Then, we will start by adding all the M1 items and the total of it will be added with M2 components and the total of M2 will then be added with fixed and saving deposit in financial institution. So, here it is. We've got M1, 8 million, M2, 20 million and M3, 23.8 million. Now, I will talk about consigned money. What is consigned money? It's an almost liquid money. It cannot be used immediately for transaction but can be easily changed into cash. There are two types of consigned money. First, broad consigned money M3 minus M1. Secondly, narrow consigned money M2 minus M1. Now, how to calculate consigned money? Firstly, we calculate broad consigned money, the amount of M3 less with the amount of M1. We've got 15.8 million Indian rupees. Last but not least, it's narrow consigned money, the amount of M2 less with the amount of M1. We've got 12 million Indian rupees.
Today I will present about demand for money in India. As we know, definition for money is how much our wealth that we wish to hold as cash in hand or cash in bank at any moment of time. The demand money for India is still significantly determined by real GDP and inflation rate done, and exchange rate and foreign reserve do not have a drastic change in it. There are three important motifs in demand for money. The first one is transaction motive. As a medium of exchange, money is used for conducting everyday transactions such as paying for goods and services, taxes, FOP and other expenses. The next one is precautionary motive. Money is held as precaution for some unforeseen events such as paying for repair car and medical bills. Money balance of transaction and precautionary purposes are called active money balance. And the last one is speculative motive. Money that we hold is for buying financial assets such as stock and bonds for profitable opportunities. This money balance from these purposes are called passive money balance.
So now I'm going to explain about credit creation. Credit creation is a process where a small given deposit will lead to a greater money supply in economy. Well, I'm going to make an illustration on the process, limitations and also assumptions of credit creation. The process starts when Karina deposited 1,000 rupees into Bank A. Now, Bank A will deduct cash ratio percent that has been fixed by government from the deposited money. The cash ratio percent in India fluctuates each year. According to TradeEconomics.com and World Bank data, During 2010 until 2013, the cash ratio percent has increased each year, means that India is developing. During 2014 until 2018, the cash ratio percent remained constant and experienced drop on March 2020. This drop can happen because of two things, which is first, when the bank in India is unwilling to utilize its surplus of money to grant loans, and also, if the public withdraw and hold the cash themselves, it will reduce the powers of the bank to grant loans, because how can the bank grant loans to anyone if the bank itself have no money, right? Next, after deducting 3% from the deposited money, the balance of 970 rupees will be used by the bank to grant loans to Amir. Before granting loans to Amir, the banks need to first ensure that loan granted does not exceed Amir's paying capacity to avoid bad debts. If Amir is unable to pay back the debt, then the bank is the one who will be made liable. The bank also needs to charge higher interest on loan. For example, if the bank promised Karina 1% interest on deposit, the bank can charge 5% interest on loan to Amir. 5% deducted by 1, the 4% is the profit that the bank will get. Now, the derivative deposit that Amir get from Bank A will be transferred to Bank B. It simply losses of Bank A is gain of deposit to another bank, which is Bank B. The same process will now occur once again, which is Bank B will use the derivative deposit to grant loans to another borrower. This process will continue until the initial deposits of 1000 rupees and the initial reserve of 970 rupees leads to an additional deposit of 4850 rupees if the multiplier is 5.